You're the most beautiful girl I ever met. And I loved you from the first time I saw you. Your eyes sparkle like diamonds, and your big smile I'll never forget. I think of you all the time, every day and night. You're the most beautiful girl I ever met, and I'll never, ever forget you. Uh,
That's good, Dad. Thank you.
Move your chair around, you can see.
You're the most beautiful girl I ever met, and I loved you from the first time I saw you. Your eyes sparkle like diamonds, and your big smile I'll never forget. You're the most beautiful girl I ever met, and I'll never, ever forget you, Marie.
Thank you. Very nice. Now, Dad, how about...
Most of these
go on.
cowboy songs are I wrote some myself.
But Dad, when you were 7, when you go to the meetings at school, they would push you on stage
Yeah,
Really?
for all the parents to sing.
Cowboy. Most of these songs that I sing were sung in the 17th and mid 1800 century. I mean, but the one I sing about group of jolly cowboys, Brett looked it up and he got it on it, and it was sung in the 17th century. But the guy who sang it, boy, what a voice he had. I don't know who it was, you know. But all these songs, you haven't heard them before unless I sang them. Because
Nobody else knows.
they're so old. Where to find them? Found them on the farm when we moved there.
Oh, you had all records.
There was Victrola sitting in the corner. I wish I had it now. That I learned some of the songs when I was 7. And in it, they had a horn on it. Then they had the thing you open up, and in there was a mahogany or something. I don't know. It was so fancy. It was full of records. Oh, big size and small ones. And you open it up, and you had to crank it. Crank it to make it go. Cranked it too much. And that was it. So I would like to have all the records in there.
Oh, yeah, but that's where you
Yeah.
heard the cowboy songs. But tell what you guys did with the records
Oh, then
We threw
runs
them
to
one
them,
another.
they
for hunting
Yeah,
threw them up
practice.
and used them for
skeet shot.
shooting that, target practice.
All these, all one playing. So what's the one when you were 7, Dad?
Okay, I'll say one that I made up.
Oh,
I wrote. If you're ever feeling sad and lonely, I'll tell you the place to go. Look up at that mountain. That's the place you want to go. You go up there and sit down. Listen to the birds singing. You hear the animals calling. They seem to say hello. Then there is the flowers. They are there for you to pick. You pick a couple of flowers. They seem to say I love you. And there is the berries. They are there for you to eat. So if you're ever feeling sad and lonely, go up to the mountain, the place God made for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
It sounds like it could be Polish songs too. Polish, yeah.
And
This is the other one I made
his
up.
other nature
I
one.
wrote it or whatever. The sky is high above us. The sky is all blue. It is filled of stars. They glow like diamonds high above. Then there is the moon. It lights up the whole night. But night is coming to an end, and a new day will be here soon. The sun comes up in the morning, gets higher as the day goes by. The sun draws up the moisture and forms clouds in the air. Then the rain comes down, falls upon the earth. Everything seems to come to life. It's a great mystery. Around and around and around it goes. First 4 days and then 4 weeks. Around and around and around it goes. It must be the work of the Lord. Yes, it has to be the work of the Lord.
So that was song by the Evaporation. Pretty darn good. Woo!
Okay.
How about anything with the harmonica, Dad? Can you play?
Yeah, well, I'll try to see what.
Oh, sure, hon.
So first I'll try to play it, then you'll know when I see it.
Sounds Polish. Want to do the polka?
I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart and live underneath the western sky. I wanna hear you say I love you as I look up into your eyes. And while the church bells softly ringing, I'll be riding down a sunset trail. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart and live underneath the western sky.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
Nice.
something, Freddie. You ain't headed for Alzheimer's in no way, shape, or form.
I couldn't write those songs and memorize them. Honey, Dad, could you do a pardon for Daddy? Oh, no, but
Yeah, I'll say that after. I'll see.
Or the
Now-
mountain hay. The mountain.
the mound, you know,
I'll
the...
see one. May I sleep in your barn tonight, mister? For
Oh,
it's
bless
cold lying out on the ground, and the cold north wind is a whistling, and I have no place to lie down. I have no tobacco, no matches, so I'm sure I will do you no harm. I will tell you my story, kind mister, for it runs to my heart like the storm. It was 3 years ago last summer. I can never forget that sad day when a stranger came out from the city and he asked if he might stop and stay. My wife said that she was yearning something new to add to our home. So after a talk, it was settled that the stranger may stop in and stay. That night as I came my workshop, I was whistling and singing with joy. But what did I spot but a letter? I picked it right up in my hand. It was from my wife and the stranger. They had took in my son and ran away. Oh, I wonder if God up in heaven only knows what the stranger has done. Oh, I wonder if God up in heaven only knows what the stranger has done.
Whoa.
That
Woo.
was pretty sang at your class bar once.
Oh, yeah, you know, he came
That's
and
what I
sang
was saying.
with my special ed students and listen to see what happens. We had an idea of sitting there with the teachers, and I'm almost dying.
And all these songs
I had
I
to-
sing you have never heard of before.
What one?
I mean,
Yeah,
anyone
yeah.
that I've sung because
The records were
they're
out.
old, nobody had records, and I
But
know nobody
Dad,
in here.
Dad, I love the one.
Yeah.
You know, give my poor daddy a pardon.
Oh well, yeah.
Or and I also.
I got that old first.
Okay,
This is
dear.
the one
He knows some song.
Brett says that
What?
was sung in the 17
Hundreds? Yeah, not 17th century, because that'd be 1600s.
Huh?
So I think probably 1700s.
Yeah.
1700.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. 1700. I mean, that's what
You're so agreeable, Dad.
and that's the one that Brett found on a record that the guy sang. It was beautiful. Need a little Brett for this one.
Brett accompanies him on the piano.
Cowboy
Oh, I like this.
discussed his plans today. Said one, I'll tell you something, boys, if you listen to me, please. I am an old cowpuncher, and here I'm dressed in rags. I used to be a tough one and go on great big drags. But I have got a home, boys, and a good one you will know. Although I haven't seen it since long, long ago. I'm going back to Dixie once more to see them all. I'm gonna see my mother when the work's all done this fall. That very night, this cowboy went out to stand his guard. The night was dark and cloudy and storming very hard. The cattle all got frightened and rushed in great stampede. The cowboy tried to head them while riding at full speed. While riding in the darkness, so loudly did he shout, tried his best to head them and turn the herd about. His saddle horse did stumble, and on the boy it fell. And he won't see his mother when the work's all done this fall.
Oh, making us sad. Ooh. You're making us sad, Dad.
That was a mean song.
I'll sing a cowboy song. This is the first one I learned to sing when I was on a farm. I was 7 years old, so I don't know. That's a few years ago.
Was it?
He was just a lonely cowboy with a heart so brave and true. And he learned to love a maiden with eyes of hazel blue. They had learned to love each other, and I named the wedding day. But a quarrel came between them, and Jackie rode away. He joined a band of cowboys and tried to forget her name. But out on the lonely prairie, she waited for him in vain. Your sweetheart wait for you, Jack. Your sweetheart wait for you. Out on the lonely prairie, where the skies are always blue, Jack left the camp next morning and found a new mound made. His friends sadly told him they laid his love to rest. Your sweetheart wait for you, Jack. Your sweetheart wait for you. Out on the lonely prairie, where the skies are always blue.
There's gotta be some funny one somewhere.
To try to
Dad,
I
you-
bet you.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
the old westerns were. They
Yeah.
wrote songs like that. It
Yeah.
wasn't like today.
Right.
A dear little girl stood there crying
Oh, another sad one.
by an old gloomy prison wall. The warden, so kind, heard her crying, asked to him these words she said, I want a pardon for Daddy, for Mother is lonely and sad. I know he'll go straight if they'll open the gate, for Daddy is all that we had. Last night when Mother was praying, I prayed to the angels above. I want a pardon for Daddy, to bring back that Daddy of mine.
Nice. When I was young, he would always sing me to sleep with this song. Just do a little part of it. I know you don't remember Buckaroo. Oh, I love Buckaroo.
What?
Little Buckaroo, go to sleep, my little Buckaroo.
Oh, I guess that's high.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Just do part of it, Dad.
Go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Don't you know it's time for bed? Another day is through. Close your sleepy eyes while Daddy sings to you. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo.
Close your eyes.
That got right.
Ooh.
Do you remember that song? Thank you, Dad. That was nice. Thank you. At least I'll have that on camera to remember.
Yodel and everything. Yeah, I remember.
And you yodel too, Dad? Can you yodel at all?
No.
Not now? Uh-huh.
Oh, I see you.
And just one more because I don't want you to, get too out of breath now.
This one I made up.
You made up? He made up one for Aunt Patty, but I don't know what fourth one.
I hear voices in the night. They keep calling out my name. So I guess they must know me. and I must know them too. They're so far away, I couldn't say who they were. They could be my mother or father, or brothers or sister. So please come closer so I can see who you are. Please come closer, please.
Thank you. Bravo. Okay, take a little bow.